the way I framed it was that it wasn't that serious. The way I framed it was that relationship didn't really go nowhere. It really didn't last long for it to have such an effect on me. So there's nothing to heal from. And to be honest with y'all, this is something I didn't tell my friend, but I'm gonna tell y'all. I didn't like the fact that I had to heal from it. Y'all already know what it is. It's your little big sis CJ Renee, and I'm back with another episode. And yes, y'all, it's Friday. So you already know I'm setting ready to go. If y'all was watching my episode from last Monday, or Monday, period, y'all know that I've been watching Darius Daniels, and his series is called Thrive, right? He was sitting down with one of his pastor friends, and they had this conversation. And something they said that was very interesting to me was, the way you frame it determines how you fight it, or if you fight it at all. So today's episode is going to be called POV. Yep, you heard that. POV. And for those who don't know what that means, that's basically point of view. So here's something I want y'all to think about. Has there ever been a time where something has happened to you and you took it in for what it was and let it go? Or you took it in and you made it this big explosive thing and you acted out and you're like, dang, it really wasn't that serious. Why did I do that? Right? We've all had those times. Matter of fact, there's a whole saying behind it. My dad used to say this to me all the time. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% your reaction to what happened. So with that being said, I wanted to talk to y'all today about, the importance of framing a situation properly, right? Because we also can make the mistake of framing something as if it didn't really matter when it did. And instead of healing from it, we try to move past it, but now we have lingering feelings that are attached to that situation that are left behind, and we're trying to figure out why we feel this way. But that's because how you framed it. You didn't allow yourself to properly heal or find or seek the things that you need to make sure that you're able to deal with your emotions that were attached to that situation. For example, with me specifically, as many of you know, I was in a relationship before I started really pushing the podcast, and during that relationship, I experienced a lot of happiness, right? A lot of joy, because in my past, my ex-fiance was abusive. I was literally in a domestic violence situation where I was literally hands being put on me. I had a concussion. I had bruises on my body. So anybody who's going to come behind that has to be on his P's and Q's. And this man treated me like I was Diana Ross, okay? He treated me like I was Selena, okay? Like, he treated me really, 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 really good. And so how we ended was never what I expected it to be. You know what I mean? The man went as far as playing worship music because he knows I know Chrissy, or you guys know me as CJ Renee, but I'm Chrissy. Anyway, he's like, I know, she loves worship music. So I'm going to put worship music on in the car and, we're going to relax and have this long drive and we're just going to chill. He would do that. And to me, that was like him buying flowers, right? I was talking to my friend about it recently because I'm like, I really don't understand why this relationship is affecting me. It's not like it went on for so long, and you know what I mean? Like, it's not like I had years to fall in love with him. I just, I fell in love with him because of the way he made me feel, the way he respected me, the way he spoke to me, the way he poured life into me, the way he prayed for me, the way he, helped heal me. The way it ended was just so complete 100% opposite. Like, he did a 180, not a 360, a 180. He was a totally different direction of where I met him, right? And I just didn't understand, to me, even to this day, I'm going to talk to y'all about it for real. To this day, I still don't understand, how the person that was able to sit in front of my parents and tell my parents that he's so in love with me, right? And that, 6 months from today, he's going to be proposing to me. my dad says to him. So that means 2025, which, by the way, we're in 2025, just so y'all can get a picture of how close this was to today, right? So you're going to get married with her in 2025? Yes, sir, I'm getting married to her in 2025. And then literally, like, maybe 3 months from that conversation, all hell breaks loose, right? He's yelling at me. He's saying all kind of things about me, things to hurt my feelings, things to make me feel disrespected. And I'm just like, bro, like, I understand you're mad, but what you're mad at, it's like somebody be mad at, like, somebody putting the toilet roll on where the toilet roll is either over or under, right? By the way, I'm over. If it don't go over, we're not cool. But it's like divorcing somebody off that. Like, it's not that deep, bro. It's not that deep. But to him, it's like, it's deep to me, though. It's a problem to me, though. And it was just like, how could you do a complete 180 like that? Like, you were the person that healed me. You were the person that poured into me. You were the person that would call me and pray with me, have Bible study with me. But then you're the person that's saying all these negative things about me. Like, you're trying to hurt my feelings. Like, every time we get on the phone, you're arguing me. You're screaming at me. You won't let me speak. You're jumping down my throat. You're getting mad and you're like going off. You don't want me to touch you. You don't like you treat me like I'm some random person that you just met yesterday. I don't understand how that happened. You know what I mean? And so when we broke up, I was just like, man, I don't even care, bro. That nigga was weird. I was a weirdo. Like, who does that? You know what I mean? Who treats somebody that they say they love the way you just treated me? There's no way you loved me. I loved you. Okay? You love bombed me. That's what you did. Because what was that? I still don't understand it, y'all. For real, all jokes aside. I mean, guess God stepped in and God wanted him out. But I still don't understand what that was. Confused. Out of my mind. What was that? But I realized, like, because I was so willing to just be like, you know what? You're a weirdo. You're clearly for the birds. Because who does that to somebody? And I kind of just, like, brush it off. Like, I'm not going to deal with it. I'm not going to let it affect me. I don't really care about him. I didn't have that much long with him to be holding on to this relationship. Like, it was that deep. Like, I don't even care. Like, I took all his things. I threw it away. Like, I don't even want to see you. I blocked him. I was done. Like, we don't need to speak. We don't need to have a communicative relationship. We don't need to, try to fix anything. Like, I'm done. You're done. I'm done. Guess what? We don't ever have to see each other again, right? And then recently, it just sat with me for a little bit because I started thinking about, the times when I would have, like, an issue with someone and he would grab my hand and be like, hey, stop talking. Like, that being able to center me while I'm, like, literally shaking in anger, I've never had somebody do that for me. I never had somebody do that for me. And, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, dang, who gonna do that for me now? Like, I love that. I love, like, having someone to center me while I'm angry and just be like, chill, bro. Chill. Like, everything's gonna work out. You can't feed into it. And I just started getting mad. And I'm like, why am I getting mad? It's not like I really cared about him like that. It's not like, you know what I mean? But the way I framed it was that it wasn't that serious. The way I framed it was that relationship didn't really go nowhere. It really didn't last long for it to have such an effect on me. So there's nothing to heal from. And to be honest with y'all, this is something I didn't tell my friend, but I'm going to tell y'all. I didn't like the fact that I had to heal from it. I'm over here fighting battles of memories of me being attacked while using the bathroom, of me being slapped in my face and accused for cheating, of me having my head thrown into a concrete wall, of me having a gun put to my head. Like, those are real problems. This man, he ain't no real problem. He acted like a female. He argued, he yelled, he screamed. Like, it didn't have the same effect. It didn't hold the same weight. So why would I need to heal from that? I need to heal from that. I need to heal from that relationship. I need to heal. I need to actually allow myself to feel those feelings and move on with my life, because it's literally attacking me to this day, as deep as it wasn't. So, what is it that you're dealing with? What is it that you're framing as not that serious? What are you framing as, or what are you framing that's so big of a picture but really isn't that deep? You need to figure that out for yourself, because in this healing journey, these things are going to eat you up. You got to be vigilant about what's going on with you. It's your little big sis, CJ Renee. You know I love you guys. To ensure you don't miss an episode of 31 and Thriving, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to share. It's your little big sis, CJ Renee.